Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Um, it's about 5 p.m. here. I'm a couple of minutes late, but in the world of using technology, there's a lot of good things, but then there are some downsides. So we had a bit of tech issues initially, but we are here now. So to anybody that's new to my page, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you on. Please, watch any of my videos, follow my journey. I started this business almost 10 months ago. I am a proud and successful digital business owner now. Been working in banking prior to that for almost 9 years. And one of my goals when I started this business was to quit my job, which Alhamdulillah I was able to do as of January this year. So for the last few weeks, what I've started doing is, and I have been doing interviews since January of different people from our business, but for the last few weeks, I think almost 3 or 4 weeks, I've been trying to get couples on my page for an interview to share their journey, their experiences. Because sometimes, we are being a woman, I would get only women on, and then there are people wondering, are men also doing this business? Or if I just get men on, then the women wonder about it. So that's what I've been trying to do. So thank you so much for watching us today, and whoever's watching a recording as well, please stay on. I've got an amazing couple. They are a part of my team actually, and I met them almost 3 months ago, I think now. They'll confirm those dates. I could be off a little bit, but it's Amna and Raza. They live in Milton. They have become part of my like a family to me now, and if it hadn't been for this business, I would have not met them. So let me quickly bring them on because they're waiting backstage. All right, here they are. Assalamu alaikum,
Welcome.
guys.
Walaikum assalam.
Welcome, welcome to my page, both of you, Raza and Amna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you so
inviting us.
much for inviting us.
No, and I'm so happy that I'm able to do this now. I feel so proud that you guys are a part of my team. Just the amount of effort and everything that I see you guys putting in, it's so inspiring. Being busy parents on top of that, and I won't say how many kids you have because I want you guys to share it with everyone. So you know what, each of you take turns and just give us a little bit, just a look into your lives. Who's Amna, who's Raza, and your professional backgrounds and things like that. So if you'd like to share that with everyone.
Okay, thank you so much. And hi, everybody. My name is Amna, and
And I'm Raza.
Raza. We are husband and wife, and we are parents of 4 children. We live in Milton, Ontario, and originally we are from Pakistan, Lahore, Pakistan. It's been 4 years we moved to Canada on immigration, and before that we were living in Saudi Arabia. We lived there 10 years, then we moved here, and I'm doing job in customer support service, and Raza is doing job in HR.
Mashallah.
And just 3.5 months back, we started this new adventure in our life. We became a digital business owners, a proud digital business owners, and it's been quite a ride since that time.
Yeah, so I wasn't off. I said 3 months, so 3.5. So I wasn't that off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
still
I
free.
thought.
It's still free.
Yeah. No, so it's very unusual the way you guys joined, right? Because it wasn't normally most of the people that join our business is by watching an ad on any of the social media platforms or
Yeah,
YouTube and
yeah,
things like that, right?
Yeah.
With you guys, it was different, and
yeah.
so I think it was Amna that actually spoke with Nakila first, right?
Yeah, actually, I was working, and I think the time was 11:30 around. I mean, at night, and I got a call, and Nikila was on the call as a customer. So she was asking me about products we were offering in my job.
Yeah.
So during this conversation, we talked about Pakistan, and she told me she's from Afghanistan. So we just cracked in, conversation, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
offered me this business. And at that time, she asked me that watch 90 minutes webinar. So our
Hmm.
calls are recorded. So I said, oh, okay. I'll watch that. I'll watch that because I just want to, close my call. So after that, at that time, I said, okay, but I wasn't that serious. So after that, because we were looking for something which can give us flexibility and some extra income because we have
Hmm.
growing family. Mashallah, we have 4 children. One is
Mashallah.
the youngest one is toddler. toddler.
Yeah,
So that is our turning point in our life actually. That made us realize to move forward with more flexibility. So
yeah. And
yeah,
no, no,
go
I
ahead.
was just going to say, and how old's your oldest one?
Oldest is teen.
She's
She's
13.
13 years old.
Very similar to Maria's kids' ages, right? Maria's older one is also around like around 13, 14,
Yes,
and the
you are
youngest one is a
right.
toddler. Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
but the thing is that I know that you came across this, like, somebody was talking to you and kind of told you, but then what made you actually look into it seriously? Because, sometimes people mention these things and, well, like, Raza, like, were you guys looking for something like this, or it just happened to come across your life?
Well, as Amna mentioned before, we were looking for something like, it's if we tell you our story, it's like a typical first generation immigrant family story.
Yeah.
Like since the
Okay.
time we have arrived here in Canada in 2017, it has been a constant process of adjusting to our new home. We both have background in human resources. I was able to land a job in HR, but Amna couldn't. So
Okay.
she started taking some HR courses from college, and then she started this customer service part-time work. It's a
Yeah.
minimum wage work from home.
Right.
And then in 2020, we were blessed with our new family member. And then, as Amna mentioned, this really changed, the way
Looking at him.
we were looking at things. Like it was another change in our life after
Yeah.
our, move to Canada.
Yeah.
And we knew at that time that, one of us had to stay home
Yeah.
because we didn't want to put him in childcare. And if we wanted, even if we wanted to, it was not an option because we simply couldn't afford it.
Right.
Um, and then Amna had always wanted to be a career woman, to find something more purposeful.
Yeah.
And what she was doing was giving her reasonable income, but she was not happy. Like, she was lacking the purpose that, she wanted to have in her life. And then
Right.
more so, we had this, responsibility as well, that, to give attention to our family as well. So yeah, that's why we were looking for something. We didn't know what it is, but
Mm-hmm.
we were looking for something that we can start without, stopping to do what we are doing, because,
Right.
we still had to pay our bills.
Right.
And we couldn't stop doing what we were doing, but we
Right.
wanted to do more, to bring in
Yeah.
that balance, in our missing balance in our life, where we are able to have more time freedom in the short term, and over in a period of long term, like we could, secure our kids future, save for their tuition fee. We have a
Right.
mortgage, a 30 years mortgage, but we always wanted that we want to pay it off in like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And and then with this opportunity, with, of course, initially we were skeptical. Amna was skeptical, more skeptical than me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but the more we dug into it, the more we realized that this is that opportunity that we were waiting for. So we jumped
Yeah.
right into that.
Yeah. No, but during that time, like you said, did you come across anything else that you guys dabbled in, like at all? Like I've never asked you that. Like, or was this the first time you guys tried something different?
We came across your ad.
What?
Yeah, I watched your YouTube ad.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I watched
What was that
Simon
before?
ad. Yeah,
Before you spoke to Nakila?
yeah,
Really?
yeah, before.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
dang it. I wasn't good enough to convince you guys.
No, yeah. So it was more of like when we were in Saudi Arabia, I was like a trainer, part-time trainer. I was training HR professionals on HR certifications. That was my
Okay.
side hustle. And
Okay.
then I was making a lot of money from that.
Right.
And so we were just looking to find something on the side. So
Right.
that's why I started taking courses like in data science from Ryerson, like to, add a new skill in my career.
Right.
So, and then Amna started initially HR, but then they left HR when Muhammad was born, and then she started taking early childhood education courses. So we were trying different
Acha,
things
that
just
way.
to,
Mhm.
just to bring, just to add more skill sets, so we could start something on the side. And Amna was always like, okay, you were doing that training stuff in Saudi. Why can't we do it here? I said, no,
Yeah.
it's a different place. I cannot do it here. It's like, it's not applicable here in Canada, different certifications. Those are
Yeah.
more applicable outside Canada. So
It's very funny that when you, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's very funny. But when we apply for immigration to Canada, they actually do it on the basis of our skill set, right? Like whatever we
yeah,
are. But then, sadly, I wouldn't say unfortunately, sadly, when we come here, the reality is that those things, those skill sets for that kind of experience or education is
Yeah.
not transferable here. Yeah. And
true.
that is such
Not
a,
motivated. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so biased, like the whole thing is that you bring us here on that basis, saying you're a doctor or you're an engineer, or you've worked in so and so professional field, but there is no way of transferring those same skills over here or that education over here,
It's
and that's the big gap.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's supply and demand thing that there is enough supply of people here. Like there, I was competing with people with the similar experience in education from Canada for a job. Like a job requires 5 years experience, but there are people with more than 10, 15 years experience, Canadian
Mhm.
experience, and I was competing with those people. So
Oh,
it's a matter of supply and demand. It's a small job market, so that's why immigrants typically they struggle
yeah,
when they're
yeah.
yeah.
No, and it's interesting that you guys actually, like, professionally, you all were really trying to upgrade yourselves. It's amazing. But the amount of effort and all that, like, I know when I went to school, I did 1 year HR management, and I actually came up with that because I thought there was more demand at that time. But it
Yeah,
took me almost a year. I wasn't getting a job in HR, and then
yeah,
luckily I got into TD. It wasn't exactly an HR thing, but I got a job, and ultimately anything that pays your bills is what you're looking for,
yeah,
right? So then I
yeah,
took it on. It was one of the top 5 banks, so obviously I was like, okay, at least it'll be secured and everything. And Alhamdulillah, it was like I could have continued in it if I chose to, but I wanted to, I wanted to change because that had never been my first choice to do that job in the first place. But the
yeah.
funny, one of the things that you said to me, Amna, that actually stood out to me, and I didn't realize this before, is you said you spoke to Nakila at 11:30 in the night. You were doing your customer job. So what hours were you working? Like being a full-time mom and then, working that late in the night. Oh my God, that's another thing. Like what was your shift hours at that time?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I can. We work from 6:30 to 12 at night,
Okay.
so I can choose. I mean, my hours anytime. But
Mm-hmm.
late night I choose because of kids sleep. So at
Yeah,
that time I can work easily. Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
then I
Yeah,
can take
because
my
So I can babysit. Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Like you have to work, you have to tag team and work. What can we do? But I did work similarly. I did customer service work before I went to school. For almost 5 years I was working from home, and my kids were young at that time, so I did work for the same kind of thing that you're doing right now. I did do that as well. So with regards to coming across the digital business, how has your journey been so far? Like what would you guys say, like seeing results, or even what have you learned and things like that? Like what would you like to share?
well, as I said before, it has been a quite a ride in terms of learning. But if you ask me that um, how easy you have found it, it is a change. It is a change that we are trying to bring in our life. It's a
Yeah,
challenge,
yeah.
and we have taken up that challenge. If you ask us, is your life easy? No, life is
No.
not easy. It is pushing both of us to come out of our comfort zone, and it is making us uncomfortable because it's the nature of business. It's like it's not a traditional business. It's different. A lot of it goes against the you can say the norms and the cultural values that we have. So it is challenging us every day. But what
Still
is
we are
yeah
happy.
but what is working in our favor is the fact that we are committed to bringing that change in our life. There is not even a single doubt that we're going to bring in this change in our life. And the fact that there is a community of wonderful people around us,
Yeah,
they are so helpful, and it has brought so much positivity in our day-to-day life, that we are happy with the challenge that we are facing with. We are happy with the amount of discomfort that we are facing to get us into that new mode
yeah,
that we are trying to get us into. Yeah.
yeah. And that's what, they always say, that the magic always lies being, getting outside your comfort zone, because when you stay within your comfort zone, change does not happen, right? You
True.
live the same kind of life, the same kind of rut. If you don't make that effort right now, and you guys are still young, your kids are still younger, you can still kind of take that choice and take that risk and try to change your life so that your trajectory of your life changes, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you keep doing what you're doing right now, you don't know, you might just end up in the same thing and be dissatisfied or not be able to achieve your goals, and those kind of things. So I think it's very important that you're actually making that effort. So hats off to you guys.
So
The other
yeah,
big thing, yeah, and the other
yeah.
big thing is you guys working together is been amazing. Like, do you find that that's helping you guys a lot as well, or is it more of a challenge when both of you are doing the business? You think it would have been easier only one was doing it, or you're actually finding that it's to your benefit doing it as a couple?
Yeah, actually, there. Do you hear your voice properly? Like
Mm-hmm.
there looks like
Yeah,
Exactly.
you
there,
can't hear me.
we can hear, but it's like there's a lot of noise with that.
Give me 1 second. It's
I'm
better.
sorry. Um, can you say,
Oh, okay. 1 second. No. Can you
is
hear me
that
now?
uh,
Give me
Again,
1 second. I'm just going to go and come back. Give me 1 second.
okay? Yeah, okay.
okay.
Yeah.
1 minute.
We are only live.
Yeah. We are live on Tamina's page.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah. Absolutely. Now we can hear you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
good.
so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Sometimes, like, I'm on my headphones and everything was clear. So I guess
Yeah.
you didn't hear my last question, did you?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Okay. So what I was asking was that, how are you finding it that both of you working together as a couple? Do you think that is actually a benefit to you, or you feel that if one of you was doing it and the other, like, didn't need to be involved in the business? Like, how are you finding? Basically, my question is, working together as a couple. Like, how is that helping you? In a way.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it is. It is in fact like it's more. It's like we are synergizing our efforts,
Yeah.
and more so in our Asian culture, um, it's male dominant culture, and women, they are mostly dependent on their male partner,
Yeah.
and they cannot decide on their own when they want to uh,
Start
start
something.
any new endeavor, as you know especially when it is something related to online space, which is very unlike of
Mm-hmm.
the, the traditional opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so there are instances where there is a woman who is interested, but then she is not getting the help or support of her partner, and then at times I talk to their husbands and I give them an overview of what we are doing and how we are helping each other. So yeah, I
I
think
mean,
yeah.
this is wonderful, right? Yeah, I mean, overall, this is wonderful because, as Raza told, we are synergizing. Both together. But I can lead better. I'm doing that. Raza is at the moment. Raza is going through the training. He just completed. He set up all the system. So I mean, and we both discuss about the system. We talk about the system. We sometimes, we when we discuss, we generate new ideas how to go forward. So this is
Yeah.
always good.
Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
was made it easy for us because the fact that we both work full time, and if one of us
Yeah.
wanted to start this, it would have been quite challenging. But
Right.
the fact that we both are, working on this, so if I have time, I work on that. If Amna has time, Amna can work on that. So that's the reason that we are still doing our full time jobs, and we have started setting up the system. The system is there; it's already set up. We have started seeing the results. So
Mm-hmm.
it's because of the fact that we both are working, giving our fair share to the business. So this
Yeah.
is something of our own, our baby, and then it's up to us to build it.
Yes.
So yeah, so yeah, it's helping both of us. So So in our language, they say "ek akela do gyara." So
That's
just like that. Yeah. So we are not two, we are 11.
That's good, mashallah. No, very true, very true. And the thing is that from what I know, like Amna is like the face of the business because I see her doing so many lives and all those, and then you're doing all the back end stuff and learning the training and that kind of,
Yeah.
right? So you'll have found the right niche for each other, you know. So that is so good.
Yeah. So with every other partner, like Amna is the outspoken one. She's like more of an extrovert. I am quite an introvert, a shy person. Even I find it difficult to crack conversation with a new person, but it's Amna, she's good at that. So
Yeah,
so it's just that, we are utilizing each other wherever,
yeah,
we are good at.
yeah,
So
yeah,
so I am good with computer work and the back end stuff and all that,
yeah,
creating stuff and
yeah.
maintaining things and running, creating ads. So Amna is, good with the.
So I'm the face, Raza is the brain.
No, but that's perfect because you guys are, using the best of both your abilities, right? And kind of working at the business.
Yeah. And
See,
the
with
reason
my, sorry.
the best actually in our case, I mean, we are lucky enough in terms of flexibility. Raza is
Yeah,
very flexible, myself is very flexible, and I think adaptability is very high. So
yeah,
when we have started this and we were going to start that, so I mean, we were not that reluctant. I mean,
yeah,
we were not that scared of starting something. We
yeah,
were skeptical. I was skeptical, but I was not scared of because I
yeah,
know that when we start something, ultimately we will lead and we will, run that. So I
yeah.
think that is the also best part.
Yeah, from my perspective, from what I have seen you guys, right from day one, you guys have been plugged in. You all just jumped in with both feet, and you all have been doing exactly what has been needed from the training, right? Like literally following that, doing your posts and such amazing creative posts, just working together. So I can see that, and I know that you guys are going to do amazing. Like just from the way you guys are working right now, I can tell when you can see the kind of motivation that you guys come with, inshallah, I see really bright future for both of you, inshallah. I really know that inshallah you will fulfill your dream soon, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
But what would you like to, I just want to wrap it up, like I just want you guys to anybody that's considering the business, anybody that's going to watch a replay or anything that you guys want to share, your point of view on why you feel it's a good business for others to do as well. What would you like to share?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, when people watch this and if they are interested, and first of all, they should be serious. If they are looking for something, they want
Yeah,
to bring change in their life, then they
yeah,
should explore this business.
yeah,
The benefits are, I mean, being a mother, and there is a lot of flexibility, time flexibility, there is a location flexibility. So, I mean, this is, I'm the boss, this is my choice when I will decide to work. So,
right,
everything is in my control,
yeah,
my control. And in
yeah,
order to start this business, the best thing is, this everything is structured, organized, step by step. And training is very good, wonderfully designed for people who did not have any experience before or who doesn't I mean they don't have to be tech savvy. So
right,
when they jump in the business, they want to grow this business. So I mean flexibility, and alongside there is a high income potential as well. So
yeah,
I must recommend this.
yeah. Very nicely put. And anything you would like to add, Raza, for the
Yeah,
men?
well, to all those male people who are watching, I would say that it's a serious business opportunity.
Yeah,
It's not something that you take it lightly. Take it serious. Like if you are really serious to bring in change in your life, this is a serious business opportunity.
yeah,
And
And
all it needs is 90 minutes of your time to go and watch the free webinar.
yeah,
And if it excites you, then you can take the next step. But don't be hesitant. It doesn't take anything. It just
yeah,
needs 90 minutes of your time.
yeah,
and
yeah.
also, yeah,
Mhm.
it can
Go
be
on.
a family business. So when you are doing your activities, I mean, with your family, this is not separate from your this business.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you are staying at home, or maybe you are spending time with your family outside anywhere. That
yeah,
can be business activity.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Our kids, they have started, having fun when we do, any video or any pictures, and then they have started loving it when they see themselves on social media. They're like, okay, so many comments, so many likes. Oh, I like it. Okay,
They feel
now
like celebrities.
Usually we put picture of our daughter Alma, Alma and Muhammad. So once she was sitting on the laptop and she was seeing this page, said, Papa, how many likes are there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interest.
That's so good. And it's so good because you guys are doing it as a family, right? And this is a legacy business too. This is something that you can actually leave to a blood relative, like your kids or
Correct.
family members. So that's such an amazing
Absolutely.
thing too. Yeah, no. Thank you so much for sharing today. It's such a pleasure to have you both on. And we had, of course, a lot of people from our team and watching as well. And thank you to everyone who joined us. There was Wahida, Rosina was there, Nakila. I tried to share everybody's comments as much as I could. Shimu, Samreen, Tahira, Beenish was watching us. So thank you guys, for watching us live. And thank you to both of you. Again, I wish you both lots and lots of success. I see you achieving your goals soon. You're working, you're going in the right direction. And, any kind of hard work that you put in, all we can do is put in the effort. The rest is up to Allah. And inshallah, I know that Allah will fulfill your dreams and goals. Inshallah.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you
You're
so
very
much.
welcome. So have a lovely evening. I will talk to you guys soon offline, but thank you so much for joining my interview today. And thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a lovely evening, guys. Take care.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Thank you.